Yes, guys, welcome back to the Just Talk podcast. It's been a while. I know it's been a long time since I last did a podcast. Um, Great to finally back on one. It's been what 3, maybe 4 weeks. I can't remember. Schedule's been mad. However, today joined by no one but myself again. Today I wanted to film on myself because I want to talk about something that changed my life, and I know it sounds mad. As a 15-year-old kid, your life's already been changed. Like, I know it sounds weird, but it's something I want to talk about and I guess inspire you guys and my viewers and stuff like that. Thanks for the support in the past 2 videos as well. Keep liking, comment, all that stuff. I'm not going to get into it. But today, we're going to talk about Holler slash Nexus. Yeah, what is Holler? What is Nexus? Stuff like that. I'm going to get straight into it. For me, Holler or Nexus, we're going to call it Nexus in this video. Nexus is a platform where you can, I guess, inspire the generations that are coming, or people your age, people younger, maybe people older. You understand? And I guess try and inspire them to do well, start new things in different boroughs and stuff like that. And that's what Nexus is about. Basically, it started off as Holler, right? From my knowledge, it started off as Holler, and Holler came to our school, my school. I'm not gonna state the name of the school, for like an assembly, for like an hour-long assembly, and we had a speaker, an inspirer. Well, he was on EastEnders. His name Nitin Ganatra. He played Masood. So yeah, that was a great talk. I remember he was talking about how he had hardships from going to and from school and all the other stuff. It broke my heart. I remember I was sat there in the assembly. I think I was in the third row on the end. I was just sat there and I was like, wow, I'm really lucky. I'm as a year 7 kid. Right now I'm in year 10. Like, you know what I mean? It's mad. But yeah, like it's a platform that teaches kids, young people to do well and kind of inspire them to do well, like I said just now. But yeah, the reason why I got the award over there, yeah, back in year 7, we went on like a trip to Tolman's, and there was a kid in my class, didn't know a word of English, and he was Turkish. Myself, I'm Turkish as well. So I wanted to help translate for him. I didn't get asked. It wasn't even voluntary. It was out of my heart. I felt really bad. No one spoke to him in class. I was there and I just helped him. So head teachers saw, deputy head saw, teachers saw, and my friends saw. I remember maybe one of my PE lessons. The deputy head comes to me, and obviously he doesn't know my name, but like he knows me. So obviously he was like, "What's your name?" I say my name, and then he's like, "Alright, fine." So I was like, "That's a bit weird." So we have the assembly later in the day, and then Nitin's there speaking to us about his life and how he's inspired us and stuff, or trying to inspire us. He definitely inspired me for sure. Um, and obviously he told us his story. At the end of his story, he gave the award as my Holler, and he said the reason why I got it is because of my outstanding values and how kind I am and how helpful I am to my peers and how I support them and stuff like that. Um, Said my name, I got up. I remember like it was the maddest moment because I'm a year 7 kid. It was like the second week of school, of secondary school, which sounds mad because now I'm in year 10, COVID and stuff, it's been a long time. And I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy of how much like life has changed for me after that moment. I remember I got off, I started crying out of emotion. I was like, wow, man, I was like, this is it. I've made my mark at secondary. I've got to keep going for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I was the first person in the borough of Enfield, as Holler and Nexus kind of try to inspire people in the borough of Enfield. It was because of that I was the first person to get the award, which is obviously I was very honoured actually to get it. So yeah, and then a couple months went by, and in January, well no, maybe like a month before, so December, I got told there was an event upcoming in year 7. at the time, obviously in January, and then I was told, "Who's this gonna be here?" Kojo Anim, he was on Britain's Got Talent. He got Simon Cowell's Golden Buzzer, absolutely mental, crazy. He got that. There was a singer called Loreen Kato. There was another guy called Mervyn Kato. There was a football coach, currently Brentford head coach, assistant coach, whatever you want to say, Justin Cochran as well. Amazing guy. As you guys know, I'm Ball Boy. I saw him at the Arsenal Brentford game. Broke my heart about the result. But yeah, I mean, we can't really change anything about that. So obviously, all them guests were there at the Holler event. I spoke. I went on stage. Bear in mind, yeah, I've seen all these guys go up on stage, talk like it was nothing. This is my first time in my life going up on stage and talking about something that I'm passionate about. You understand? So obviously that was a life-changing moment for me anyway. Yeah, it was mad. Spoke on stage. I was very scared as a kid. I remember I was very scared. You understand? It was a mad moment for me. Like I said, life-changing many times. I must have like, oh yeah, I went on stage and I was like, any questions? Thinking it was like an interview. I was meant to talk on how I got it and stuff. But Cat B as well, shout out Cat B, love that guy. Um, he gave me the confidence in order to actually speak on stage and talk about what I've been going through and stuff that's happened. After that event, I was thrilled by the support I got by everyone there. Um, then COVID hit. Obviously, a year and a half, 2 years, I think. Um, then after that, Holler came under the badge of Nexus, which is the mug at the front there. Um, they came under Nexus. Loads of other bodies as well came in and to form a large group to help younger people. I think now in more boroughs in London, and that kind of help them to develop and help them as well. Like, wow, I just said that twice. To let them develop as people and as young people as well, which is for them even more important, which is something I kind of respect a lot more for sure. Do assemblies at other schools as well in Enfield with more talks, more inspirers. They give more awards, and I was a lucky one to be invited to loads of events and got noticed a lot and stuff like that. You can now do like they kind of found ways to do boxing. So there's boxing groups, dancing groups, acting groups, comedy groups, and things like that. Yeah, and like they kind of help kids to have a goal to aim at in the future and to make them proud, to make them happy, to make their family happy, and etc. etc. The way I got inspired is to just be good, just be kind, just to have, just to leave a mark in London, on the world, like before my time comes and saying it. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, the way I got inspired, let's say, to do podcast is through two of my coaches at my club, Power Horse Academy. I spoke about him a couple of times, but very briefly to be fair. Paul and Adam, they have their own podcast, Untitled Podcast. They haven't posted in a while. I'm waiting for some. I want them to hop on the podcast, stuff like that, all that other stuff. It was because of them I started the podcast. I got told by my teammate that Paul does podcast, and I was like, really? So obviously went on YouTube, checked this podcast, stuff like that, saw it, and I watched it, and I was like, wow, this is really nice. Like, you get to sit down with your friends and stuff like that. But I want to do it where I get loads of new guests every week and talk about different topics, with different people and see their views on different things, stuff like that. For me, it's kind of sick, because for me, podcast is like the only way I can kind of express how I feel about different things, which is something I'd want to do in terms of my confidence and let people know how I feel as well. Since obviously Nexus and Holler have happened, they've done a lot, and I mean a lot, for like schools, if anything. After school, normally, crime for the youth kids, younger people, usually occurs between the times 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So Nexus had a project called 3 to 5 project, obviously from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. project. It was like 325, obviously 325. So we had loads of actors for that one from another school. Absolutely amazing, I must say. It was very funny. But obviously it kind of at the oh yeah, I forgot. And then obviously COVID hit. Long wait. Long wait. And then what's it called? Oh yeah. And then I got invited to another event. My deputy head told me it was meant to be September, but obviously Her Majesty the Queen died, and then they had to delay it for 5 months. So it was meant to be like February 20th something like that. Then obviously Queen passed away. They had to move it all the way to February, but I'm glad they did because I've been up to a lot. I got more into religion. I got to be a ball boy at Arsenal. Started my own podcast, joined a football team. I've been up to a lot in those couple months there. And yeah, obviously at the event, I spoke on stage, spoke about this stuff. I'll probably put it on now. It's like a long 3-minute clip. Feel free if you want to like skip through different parts and stuff like that.
This little man, and he is a big man. How has Holler helped your life?
It's changed my life, I think. Like, yes, all right.
Yes, confident now. Go on.
I'd say it changed my life for the better, for sure. I feel like I'm growing more as a person.
Let me hold your Holler award. You don't need to hold it. Use that weight, that standard.
Yeah, I feel like I'm growing more as a person. I feel like I've developed. I'm kind of obviously grateful for Holler. And I want to shout out to our family as well. For the past 3 years, I've been up to a lot. I started my own podcast, just a podcast. I've joined a new football team. My coach is in the crowd as well. And yeah, I've got more into religion, thanks to my granddad as well. I've been praying a lot more to God. I'm just like, my dream is to one day become a footballer, if possible. Obviously, there's other chances in life, but my main focus right now is football. Podcast is my side hustle, but come on. Yeah. But yeah, that's my way for me.
So you won this award, and you're about to just show some young people that Holler has done this for you. You've done amazing things. You thanked your parents, you know what I mean, and your little sister's there as well. And your parents are amazing because they pushed you, but they hadn't over pushed like some parents do. They over push. They've allowed you to grow within yourself. And I remember you as a little man, and now you as a big man. So I can't wait to sit and eat food and drink with you and go, you know. And we can look back at the pictures from when you were little till now. If there's anything we could do for you, do you need any help with your projects or anything that you're doing right now?
If possible, it would be amazing. If anyone from the Nexus family wants to join, help me as well, that'll be amazing. Help the family as well. But, yeah.
And what is it you need? What do you need?
I guess like help and maybe advice on what I could do for the coming years of my life.
So there is a young man, you see that man there? Pick his brain, because he's got wisdom and knowledge that you can use. And because you're part of the Nexus family, you can go around to anybody and just go, hey look, if you want business advice, if you want advice from Lindsay. Lindsay's really good at mentoring. She'll give you 3.5 minutes of her time as well. Okay? That way she's not tied into anything. But if there's anything, you know what I mean, you just ask anybody here because we've got you. And, you know what I mean, we gave you the chance to do something. You've not wasted it. You've done some amazing things. So we're going to salute you and give you a big round of applause.
But, yeah, it was mad because to think I was a year 7 kid, scared to talk on stage, to becoming a year 10 kid, much more confident talking on stage and talking to the audience as well, which is something I wanted to do for a long time, is crazy to think about, to be honest, if you ask me. And I'm proud of it as well. I I gave a shout to my parents, I remember. Obviously, where they supported me, raised me, and stuff like that. All the memories we've had together. And yeah, at the event, now I'm going to get back into what I was talking about before. They were talking about a 3 to 5 project where it was to do with younger youth crimes, kind of like crimes to do with younger people that happen after school usually. Obviously, people my age go to chicken shops, chicken corners, or kebab shops, or sometimes, or go to corner shops and just shops and stuff like that. And during that period, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. after school on a Monday to Friday, that's when crime is more expected to happen, if that makes sense. So Nexus decided to help that with another body, and they've managed to reduce crimes that happen to young kids, usually from the times 3 to 5 p.m. for ages 10 to 17 by 44% in the last year. That's a lot. That is half of the crimes that happened in the borough of Enfield. They stopped that. They also went to schools. They gave them like Pearson books and stuff. I think you guys know Pearson. It's like kind of revision, like a revision, I guess, company or body, you could say. And like they obviously help kids that are in GCSE or about to start GCSE courses in order to revise and learn as well. They gave a lot of books. I think the government approved. I don't know if that's right. Schools approved for sure. There were loads of people sending people. At the event, I met loads of people. My coach was there as well. Paul was there. Honestly, you should have seen my reaction when I saw him there. It was mad. I was like, I remember I'm there. We had a break in between the event. It was maybe like 10 minutes. So I came back inside, got a bit of fresh air. Comes over and he's like, "You alright, mate?" I was like, "Oh my days, you're here." I was shocked. Got a picture of him in the end. Obviously, it was great to see him there. Didn't expect it, to be honest. I was shocked, innit? And then there was obviously a dancing group, Platinum Arts, I think it was, Platinum Performing Arts. Absolutely amazing. Dancing crazy. Lots of improvisation, I think it's called. Choreography. Listen, I don't know, but I think that's what it's called. But yeah, that was very enjoyable as well. Cat B was funny as well. He kept saying like, "This is not what you're meant to do at home. Like, don't try at home," and stuff like that. The Joe Morris Boxing Club came as well. The backstory behind that was amazing. Inspired me as well. They came on stage, showing their boxing skills. Amazing as well. And then there's obviously like youth clubs as well in Edmonton, in Enfield as well, for kids to just come and chill and have fun and stuff like that. So obviously that was good to see. Back onto schools though, something they've also helped with schools is exclusions. Permanent exclusions, weekly exclusions, I think is what it's called. They brought that down by 83%. 83%. Yeah, I know, it's crazy madness. Like, to think that four out of 5 children that got kind of excluded dropped down to 1. 1 out of 5 children sadly still obviously get excluded. It's obviously not good, but it's better than what it was before, which is good for kids our age, my age, older kids, younger children as well, which is nice to see. Yeah, and like there were loads of other people as well at the event. There were more actors. There were kind of celebrities as well. The Lewis sisters, I guess you could say the founders, I think, of Platinum Performing Arts. Absolutely amazing what they did as well. Really enjoyed watching that performance. Like I said before, they must be mad to coach, because I think they've been going maybe 10 years. I think that's the right way to kind of say it. Maybe 10 years, maybe 10 more years, more than 10 years. Sorry. But yeah, like obviously after the event they had loads of guys like gifts and stuff to obviously just for free as like a kind of thank you for coming, here's some things to go. As you can see, I think there should be 5 books there. Yeah, there's one over there. So there's 5 books here on set, and I'm gonna take this one because this one seemed quite cool in a sense. This book is called Blacklisted by Jeffrey Boki. I think that's how you pronounce it. I took a lot of books, to be fair. There was another book I wanted, got taken as I was there, by Stuart Lawrence. Silence Isn't the Answer, I think it was. Catby took it. Yeah, I couldn't say anything, but yeah. Catby, if you're watching this, let me know in it. I'll take it, I'll read it, I'll give it back straight to you. This book is, for me, very good. In terms of, at the front it says, Black British culture is explored. Obviously, there's been a lot of kind of racism. Racism is a big term to use in the world, and it needs to be stopped. It should be easy, but it's not going to be easy. You know what I'm trying to say? And it breaks my heart to say it as well, which is not something I like to see personally. But yeah, I'm gonna read you guys a blurb and about this book, and read some of the like the opinions on it. So I'm gonna start. Here we go. There are just some of the terms being wrestled in Blacklisted, an exploration of 21st century black identity told through a list of insults, insights, and everything in between. Taking a panoramic look at global black history and contemporary culture, this book investigates the ways in which black communities and individuals have represented, oppressed, mimicked, celebrated, and othered. Part autobiographical musing, part pop culture, vivisection. It's a comprehensive attempt to make a sense of blackness from the vantage point of the hilarious and insightful psyche of Jeffrey Boki. I don't know if that's his name. I think that is. Some of the opinions, kind of like the reviews, the bookseller said a truly radical book. Independent said as entertaining as it is politically weighty, which is mad because obviously this book is long, you know what I mean? And the fact that it says it's a lot of politics in here, but it's entertaining, which is I guess kind of good as well. The Guardian, big kind of group as well, they said it's intense and compelling. Jeffrey Boki bravely explores the ways in which people with darker skin are located in language, which is crazy. Obviously, people, I really hate to see it, hate to say it and see it, but there are obviously stereotypes in terms of what people have against different groups, in terms of as black people or ethnic groups or different backgrounds and religious backgrounds and stuff like that. Michael Donkor, TLS said searching, reflective, rallying as well, which is mad. I haven't actually read this book, but I guess these are some of the terms that are used against people, black people specifically as well, which there's obviously been history in terms of racism. Obviously, we learn in history at school as well, which is mad. Some of the words that are used here are Afro-Caribbean, woke, coloured. I remember we got taught in year 9 about how black people and white people had like separate toilets or separate, like just separate things in it for their skin colour, which broke my heart. It really did. I was like, thank God I'm not living in those times, because I couldn't imagine seeing someone like that. You understand? Seeing someone like treated like that. There's immigrant as well, ethnic minority, BAME, I think it's how I pronounce it, urban, fam, black. It's obviously, yeah, it's just mad. But yeah, that's one of the books that I'm starting to read or about to read from Nexus as well. And yeah, this podcast was just to talk about kind of how good Nexus is and Holler is and all the other bodies that were part of Nexus, for you guys, my viewers, for anyone that sees this, to kind of hopefully be inspired and kind of do different things and stuff like that in life to make their families proud, to stay safe, to do well. I guess start new things, start new projects as well, which is amazing in my opinion. But yeah, that's it for this podcast episode. Bit of a shorter one, around 23 minutes or so. But yeah, make sure you guys check out Holler. I'll check out Holler and Nexus. I'll have that websites in the link below, in the description below. Sorry. Follow their socials as well. Again, will be in the description. My socials will be here. The podcast socials will be here. And yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe, enable notifications, all that other stuff. And yeah, we'll see you on the next episode.